Hello, welcome back to Throwback Thursday. I am here playing OpenTTD, otherwise known as Transport Tycoon Deluxe Reboot. This was one of my most favourite games as a kid. It is essentially one of the best Tycoon games in my personal opinion. The whole emphasis of this game is to transport goods, passengers, mail, all kinds of things all over the place. There's two ways of playing this game, which I've found. The nostalgic way of just building random things like bus stops and sections of the map that just work together. They don't really make much of a profit. Then there's a second way of playing where you use mass industries to just make massive amounts of money for no real reason. But both are equally as fun. This episode of Throwback Thursday, I'm going to just build random networks of little bus routes and small little passenger trains. Nothing too fancy. So I found the largest town on the map for now. So this is going to be our headquarters for this episode. So we're going to connect this town up to the neighboring towns by bus, and then some of the larger ones by train. So let's get cracking into building the network. So how much money do I have? I've got $200,000. Let's max the loan out, and let's start building some buses. Where's the buttons? This one. Yeah. Bus stop. Okay, here we go. Alright, so put one in Tunway, one in Gebwell, one in Tronbridge, and we'll put one in Rentfield for now as well. And we'll also build bus depots as well. So it's Rentford, Tronway, Tronbridge, and Gebwell. Alright, so that's the first part of it set up. So now we're going to build roads to it. And here we go. Road done. Road done. And there's one more down here, isn't there? Yes, there is. There it is. I'll put this one up. And over. Cool. Now to get buses set up. Let's put the depot here. Let's see. What buses do we have? What year am I? 1950. So I'm starting pretty early in the game, so there's not much really I have to choose from early on. But 31 passengers, that will do the job just fine. So we'll have this bus go between Tronbridge and Gebwell. We'll get 3 buses on that route. Then we'll get more buses to go from here to here. 3 more. Then we'll get 1 more bus going from here to here. And we'll put 3 buses on that as well. Awesome. I won't worry about mail so early on just because road vehicles are expensive to run. But I will set up a train network. So I'll get, I think, 5 times. Oh god. I want that one and that one. 5. Oh, I'll do 7. Screw it. Tronway. Then we'll build this train network over to. What should we put it to? Put it here. Little flowers around. That's really cool. That. What's in the way? A road. Okay. We'll build it. Put it this way. We'll put it there. Awesome. Let's build some rails. Now with this network I'll need to build junctions for the trains to go across. Which this bit here gets really confusing really fast. You have a list of signals to use which become very, very blurred together very fast. Now obviously I'm playing with my trains driving on the left, so I'll use block signals on the left hand side and so on and so forth. And you'll see why I'm using them like this in a moment. We'll build the same one over here as well. Oops, too far. Let me get the signal set up. Whoops, too far. That one there, that one there. That one there, cool. Now let's get these. Building them across roads like this isn't the best option, so I might actually demolish them there and might turn them earlier. Actually, what might be better, actually, is I demolish the road. That will probably work out better, actually. Get rid of that road. There we go. Now it needs to go pretty much through that town and over. That works quite well. So we'll get that to go to about here. And we've got a nice tunnel underneath the town. And have it re-raise here again. My only complaint with this game is you can't rotate the camera. That's the only problem I have with it. Everything else is solid. It's perfect. It's just an amazing game. And obviously this is remastered for modern day machines, so it runs properly. But that aside, it still feels like you're playing the original. Nothing feels like it's changed. Then again, I did play this game when I was about 12 years old, so 12-year-old me was probably like, oh my god, this game's freaking amazing! And he wasn't wrong. Not wrong at all. So that's the first train network set up. Very basic, very straight to the point. There's no crazy signal setups, there's no cross networks. It's just a straight train goes here, train goes there, and back and forth, back and forth. Now, with the signals like this, I can put multiple trains on this network and they won't lose speed, because by the time the train gets past the signal, it's already green for the next train to go, as you'd expect with normal signals. But if I had spaces in between these, say every 5 tiles I only had a signal, then the train would have to stop, wait here for the train to pass the next signal, then go, and it just slows it down a lot, which is why tunnels do the exact same thing, but that's okay. Now let's get our trains on the network. I have to demolish a bit here and put a station down. Alright, new trains. Let's see what we got. Gebwell Tank, Changli Jubilee, or the Ginzu. What's the best one? Looks like the Ginzu. So let's get that. A few passenger cars and a mail van. Easy. Nope, zoomed out way too far there. And then we'll put 4 trains on this network. So we'll set the orders up first, then put 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. And there's our first train coming out of the station. Well, not the station, but the depot. So he's going to go and choo-choo his way along to the first station in this network, I suppose you'll call it. I'm running a bit low on money now, so now it's essentially just a waiting game before I have some money to build things up. So once these guys have made me some cash, I have made $11,000 from just road vehicles, so let's speed up time to get some more money. And here's our train arriving, there we go. Filled up to the brim. Now we start making money on trains. There we go. So how much money has these trains made? Made 19,000. This one train has already made just under total amount for road vehicles. Trains really are amazing. They're great for sticking with freight mainly, but passenger networks, I like them for nostalgia. Plus this signal here, if a train is leaving the station, so a perfect example here is a train will be coming on shortly. Here he comes. This train, actually I'll stop him so it's more, actually I don't need to stop him, that's okay. This train will come along, stop at the signal, and then go. While at the same time, this train going due to path signals, so they know where to go for each one. If these were just block signals, this train here would have to wait here for this train here to go. So this path thing is really, really amazing. Now let's build another train connection. We'll build it down to Pollingstone. Just another 2x2, nothing fancy. Same kind of thing again. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so where is that network? There it is there. And I have to build a bridge probably over this. What did I just build there? There we go. Now I have to probably build around this, so I need to go down. Can I make it? Just. Awesome. I'm not entirely sure how far away this is to that. Oh yeah, that works. That works. This game is very flexible. If you make a mistake, you don't just lose all your money if you build a rail in the wrong place. Obviously, you lose a bit of money, but regardless of that, oh, my bridges is a bit. Oh, do I have transparency off the bridges? I do. Turn that back on. Alrighty, let's get a railway set up here. Now, building a station like this isn't the best option, having two-way pathing enabled for it, because it can cause problems with trains coming from both directions. I have to wait a long time before they're allowed essentially in. I'm just going to use the same depot. There's no point putting a second one in closer. So I'm going to change going to here to go to here, and I'll just put 2 trains. Oh, I can only afford 1. Alright, off you go. What do you mean you're... Oh. It's lost because it's trying to go the wrong way. Because I made a mistake and didn't build cross networks here. So let's get this set up. When this train buggers off. There we go. Oh, the signal's in the way. Okie dokie then. Pop that there. Pop that there. Awesome. Now, path signals here are very important. So trains can still continue to go through them even though there might be a train already there. The train 5, where's he gone? He's lost. Alright, I can afford a second train now, so let's clone him and make him go. There we go, so that train there stops waiting for this train to go. Bit of a crap system, really, but I mean, it's only going to be stopped for a few minutes, not even. Now I've set my trains to go non-stop for the moment, which doesn't really matter, seeing they're going to come back here anyway. But generally with non-stop is they'll just go straight through the station. So if you have, let's say, they wanted to go from Brindling Woods to the new station, whatever it's called, Pollingstone North, then it'll just fly straight through. It won't bother stopping. Which is when I get more money, I'll build another train network, or another train rather, to go between the two. Only one for that network, so there's no point having more than one going that far. But yeah. So how many passengers can this hold? 440. Alright, that's cool. That's easy. Alrighty, that's the basis of trains. Very, very basic setup, but just looking at it just feels amazing. I love the art design, just everything about it just brings back so many good memories to this game. It's just can't get enough of it. Which later on I will show you a really crazy setup on a server I play on of how nuts you can make networks and all kinds of crazy things. But for now, we'll just stick to very basic, very easy, nothing too extreme. Now what I like to do early game in this is build airports. And the reason I build these is, depending on how far away you are to your original location, will depend on how much money you make. So if I put an airport, I think I just screwed that up actually. So I put an airport here. We'll pop this open. There we go. And go back down to the town, wherever it was, here. Yeah, I screwed that up. If we demolish that and then put that back into Tronway. Now, the reason I've done that with the control clicking is because we can link them all together. If you haven't noticed already. But if I get an airport from here and pop in a plane, let's go this one. We'll have him go there and there. I'll also build a second one on this end here. Maybe I won't because I've got no money. Let's just crank that up. Make some fat cash. There we go. Clone that. And we'll send those planes off. So there they go. We'll put a lock on them so I know where they are. Alrighty. So they are rather slow in the very beginning, but these planes will make bulk cash very fast. So this one has nothing in it. Neither does that one. But when it finally gets here and picks up passengers, it will make bulk coin. Alrighty. We do also have a lake here, which is amazing because I love doing ferry networks as well. But the problem is boats are really unbelievably slow. So I build a dock to show you what I mean. So I build one here, and we'll build right here, I guess. That will do. And we need another, or a rather, little shed. Alright, so what do we have early on? We have passenger ferry. Again, I can't afford it. Come on, give me more money. Now these boats are really slow, 32 kilometers per hour. It's really, really... Oh. You just watch them go, come on, I know you can go faster. I know you can. Let's get him up. You go here to here, and off you go. Oh god. They look nice, and I like having them in big cities just to add to the atmosphere, but really, I'd much prefer to have a train go between these two cities. But as I said, I like them just for their looks, and that's it. Come on, boat. You got this. So he's grabbed 17 people. Cool beans. Now whereabouts are these planes? Are they almost here yet? Oh yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there. He's getting there very slowly. Alrighty, so far the train network hasn't clogged up at all, which is amazing. You'll see later on a bit of an inefficient train network, but makes a lot of money. Probably would make more if I were to fine-tune it, but we'll discuss that later. So where's that plane? There he is. He's coming in really slowly. He's getting there very, very slowly. I do plan to use these forests eventually to drive up to, or use a train to drive up to a forester's lodge, or whatever it's called, forester's thing, to make some money off that. So I'll show you later on a forest network I've set up. It's very, as I said, inefficient, but it makes a lot of money. So we go, here we go, planes are landing. Plane 1 and 2 both at the corresponding airports. There's no one there waiting for him, so that's okay. He made 6 grand though, from just flying from there to there. Ready, so this one has got no one in it. God damn it. I'm going to send this guy back so we can get more people. Problem was, these trains stole the passengers before I could get to them, so I'm going to stop him, just so I can show you how much money trains can make very fast. So he's coming in now. Load up passengers, awesome. And back he goes. Alright, so leave that open just in case I miss it. What else do we have on here? This is essentially the entire game shown to you. You build networks of trains, cars, boats, etc. to make money. I'm not explaining it very well, but it's a very, very fun tycoon game. It's when I play it, it kind of reminds me of Roller Coaster Tycoon, where I can build my own coasters with the whole rail networks and stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff on this map. Like this is to me feels like a large-ish network. And you'll see later on some of the insane networks I built of how big they can get. Like you can have networks running across the entire map if you have the funds to do it. But just a small little network works great for early game money making, and eventually this town will grow. So this town started at about 5,000 people, now it's at 6,500. So that town will eventually engulf the train station and form around it. So I don't know, maybe 1,000 years later, I mean not that, but about 100 years later, this town and station will be incorporated into one. So when passenger trains come in, they're coming into the city rather than the outskirts, which to me looks amazing. So where's this plane at now? He's almost there? Almost there. I do find that when I play this game, I focus on one network specifically to get everyone back to like a certain hub rather than just having a train going to a bunch of them going back in and so on and so forth, which is okay like that, but yeah. Not sure where I was going with that, but oh well. Alright, here comes this plane now. Getting there slow. Let's just crank up the speed a little bit. Alright, here we go. So is this full yet? Yeah, just about. So that plane made almost 70 grand flying all that way with 100 people. Later down the track, you get planes that carry 300-400 people, and that would easily have made about probably $1.2 million in probably, I don't know, 40 years' time. That would make a lot of money. So I find planes are the best to start off with for really quick, easy money. They are expensive to set up, but once you have two airports running and you're happy to wait for them to fly between the two, it's well worth the income. Alrighty, so now that I've shown you the base of the game, I'll jump onto the server and show you the networks we've got set up, so stay tuned. Alrighty, here we are on the server. So this is my little hub of a section. I started building on this city here just to bump population. I started out at what was it, about 250 people? It was really small to begin with, which this city here next to it, which all I have there is just a couple of road vehicles, has really skyrocketed. Now on this server here, I am playing on a different pack, different train pack, vehicle pack, etc. And my monorail network I've set up just recently, I didn't set it up that great and built it across roadways, which just before I started the server swap, a car came and got run over by a train. It got squished by it. But as you can see from money making, you make lots of money really fast. And I'll show you just what I've done to make that kind of money. So I've got a bunch of stations here, with a bunch of trains coming in and out. Now, they all link to a bunch of different sections of this map. So this is one of the ones I have running across the entire map. It's just huge. So one of them goes to a coal depot up the top here that powers the power station for money, essentially. And auto-save, and it's going to go away in a minute. There we go. So that has a lot of coal waiting. Trains come up, grab the coal, grab it down again, rinse, repeat. Like this train here, how much money has he made? 1.1 million last year, just going back and forth. Now that's one part of the network. That's just coal only. That's not even a multi-part network. So this one here is a goods network. So we have trains coming in with logs that drive them up, come in, drop them off. These trains here then grab them and take them back to that major city, and so on and so forth. Now I have a lot of trains on this network, which is somewhat of a problem, but 1.1 million per trip is not too bad. But what happens, the reason why it's bad is I haven't officially made the input section. So this is where the line is to get into the station. Right, so the line's here. The station is up here. So it's a long way for trains to go. Some of them wait about a year and a half just to get in there. But what I've done is I haven't done it properly to get enough wood fast enough. So I've got a bunch of small networks coming off and taking it back and forth, but it's still not enough to get it there. But regardless of that fact, it's still making so much money that the cost of running the trains is null and void. It doesn't matter. So they go back and forth, and there's good trains just take that wooden stuff back to the town. So this network is a bit slow because the trains I'm using are a bit sluggish. But once they get to the town, they'll just make bulk coins. So let's just grab on this one here. almost $1 million again. So each train, both the standard coal network, the goods and wood network, both about $1 million each. And I have about 100 something trains. What does it say? Details, is it? Airports. One of these will tell me how many trains I have. 147 trains. So probably about 120 of those are freight trains. So 120 trains, 110 million, about $1 million a train. Sounds about right. But that's just the train network I've got set up. I also have a road network, but as I said, I've screwed up the monorail system, so it's kind of broken at the moment. But yeah, they just go between the small towns back and forth. And as I said earlier, how building a train network inside of a city will eventually engulf it. Well, that's what's happened here. The town's expanded and now sucked part of the station in. It's still expanding over it, but it's getting there slowly. Now this town here is just exploded, and the bus stops. This town was probably about maybe 1,000 people when the service started, so it's really exploded. Same with this one down here. It's starting to expand over it. Same with the docks. This one's got no hope. It's just not doing anything. I don't think they like me. Oh, they do. That's surprising. And here's the ferry network. Now, it looks amazing to watch all little ferries and boats go to each other, but they're really not worth it. Like, he's made money, but not enough. It's just, they just look good. That's all they are. That's all they are. But that's been OpenTTD, an amazing tycoon game for Throwback Thursday. So tune in next week for another episode of Throwback Thursday. See you all later.